County Sheriff's race, there is a story behind the story. Incumbent Sheriff Jim Neal faces a challenge from his former employee and friend, Charmaine McGuffey.
She's suing Neal and the county, claiming that she was removed from her position because she's a woman and also a lesbian. The sheriff has stayed quiet until now.
Jeanette Levy spoke with both sides in exclusive interviews.
This is our vision for a female detox unit.
That was Charmaine McGuffey back in 2016, describing what the Women's Recovery Pod at the jail would look like. In 2013, Sheriff Jim Neal took office and made McGuffey the first woman major in the office's history. They'd known each other for decades.
Because of how long I've known her, I says in my deposition, I'm not in love with Charmaine McGuffey, but I love Charmaine McGuffey. I've known her so long.
You knew she was a lesbian when you put her in as a major?
Yes.
Didn't bother you?
No.
When this 108-page memo landed on Neal's desk in 2017, he said things changed. Detectives sustained a hostile work environment complaint filed by Deputy Heather Dobbins, seen here with McGuffey. Detectives found McGuffey played favorites, engaged in retaliation, and was dishonest during the internal investigation. Neal said 32 deputies sustained the complaint.
That's huge. I had to do something, and I had deputies in my position. I have deputies that I have to protect, but I also have an employee that I highly respect and I had to deal with.
Jim Neal says a lawyer with the prosecutor's office, which represents the sheriff, advised him that Charmaine McGuffey was a liability because she was interfering in use of force investigations. McGuffey says she was simply asking questions about those cases, one of which resulted in federal charges. Neal said he wanted to keep her on and offered her a program coordinator job in the jail, but she never responded to the offer, so he had to fire her.
As much as Jim Neal says that he loves me, he didn't stand by me. He didn't stand up for the things that I was directed to do.
McGuffey says Neal told her she was doing a great job.
He stripped me of my title. He stripped me of my authority. He gave me an offer that was designed, in my opinion, to humiliate me. And I did not take that offer, and therefore, correctly, he fired me. That's right.
The memo states people close to McGuffey said that she yells, curses, and belittles individuals, all things McGuffey denied in her interview with Internal Affairs.
So you're telling me you never raised your voice or cursed or yelled at, screamed at people and belittled them?
That's exactly right. I did not do that.
One of the people deposed under oath in McGuffey's lawsuit, Major Earl Price. He worked under McGuffey for 17 years.
I tolerated it. I dealt with it, as best I could.
Price testified about an incident involving McGuffey he said took place during a static self-defense drill where physical contact was unnecessary.
She hit me in the face with a closed fist, and it shocked me. We had a conversation after that. It was a serious conversation, and I clearly told her, if you ever do that again, I'm going to send you to the hospital. And when I asked her, I said, why did you do that? And she said she really didn't know. And I really felt that she lost her mind at that time.
Price never reported the incident.
Did you punch Earl Price in the face?
I absolutely did not do that. I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about, to be very honest with you. We did hundreds of drills.
McGuffey was asked during her deposition whether she had reason to believe the sheriff had animosity toward her because of her gender or sexual orientation. She answered, I don't think the sheriff did.
I think he did in the end because he followed directives from the men who created this report that is full of innuendo, gossip, and rumor.
McGuffey points the finger at Chief Deputy Mark Schoonover. Schoonover told Local 12 in a statement, I have known Charmaine McGuffey for over 30 years. I unequivocally deny ever treating her or any employee any differently based upon gender or sexual orientation, or mistreating her or any employee in any way. McGuffey was an at-will employee, meaning she could be dismissed for any reason.
She's shifting blame instead of accepting being responsible and doing the right thing. She's blame shifting, I feel.
I reached out to a deputy who is silently rooting for Charmaine McGuffey. That person declined my request for an on-camera interview. At the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News.
Depositions have ended. Hamilton County is asking the suit be dismissed. The trial is set for this summer, and you can watch the entire interviews with both Neal and McGuffey at local12.com.